What's going on, guys? ZombifiedGamer here, and welcome to This is the Police 2. I'm assuming this game's going to have a long intro like the first one did, but I'm not completely sure. And I'm also assuming I won't be playing as Jack Boyd since he lost everything at the end of the last one. Unless there's a different canon ending that I didn't find. But let's just jump in and find out. Oh, okay, you're actually just chucking me straight in, okay. At approximately 1 in the morning, the Sharpwood Police Department received an anonymous call. The source said he knew where we could find the headquarters of the Neckties, a gang of drug traffickers that recently arrived in the town. Anonymous information is really reliable, but for Sheriff Wells, shutting down the Neckties was part of the department's primary goal, so he immediately went to the address indicated, along with 2 other officers for backup. Okay. Turn 1, what? Okay, this is so much different. A policeman usually performs 2 actions per turn. Moving a short distance is 1 action. Okay. This is kind of like XCOM then. Any cover makes you invisible to the enemy if he hasn't yet raised the alarm. An offender can spot a sheltered cop only if he approaches from the side. 580. Okay. We have a visual. This is so much different. A cop can spend 2 actions on movement. If a cop runs into a criminal, the cop halts and the action is interrupted. Okay. Don't stick your head out. It's more difficult to hit a person hiding behind full cover than someone hiding behind partial cover. Yeah, this is just like XCOM. We have visual. Now shoot him. Suspect's turn. Okay. This is so strange, in comparison to what we've already done in the previous game. Turn 2. Set an ambush. Get closer? If I get closer, he'll see me, what do you mean? If the enemy spots you, then he'll raise the alarm during this turn. If the alarm is raised, cops are visible, even if they're behind cover, but cover still makes you a harder target to hit. Okay. And then stun the criminal, okay. Whack the criminal with a baton to the head, or he'll raise the alarm and compromise the whole operation. Stunned and wounded criminals don't resist arrest. Okay. And we have a proper weapon wheel as well. So the baton stuns the criminal, guaranteed hit, and does not leave marks on the body. 580. Boom, there you go. Down for the count. Some actions can only be performed if you are standing directly in front of an object. Okay. And arrest him, okay, cool. Arrested criminals remain on the ground and cannot raise the alarm. Try to put the offender in handcuffs. This is easier if they're stunned or wounded. Got it. On the ground. And now I need to move this guy over here, apparently. I should have read the other bit, but that's fine. Suspect's turn. This guy's got a gun as well. Go around the obstacle, but that'll put me in view. Another lookout has disappeared from the policeman's view and is most likely behind the logs. Yeah, but the guy on the right will see me. Surely. Shoot him with a taser. Sometimes batons and knives are not enough. The taser is effective at medium range and stuns the offender for several turns. It may cause pain and shock. Well, it will, it's a fucking taser. Roger. That works, I guess. And I guess he's got 4 turns before he gets back up again. So I have to arrest him within that time, otherwise he'll raise the alarm. A stunned criminal will be out for several turns, so you'll have time to reach the criminal and arrest him, but if the suspect comes to his senses, he'll immediately raise the alarm. Yeah. Like I just said. That's fair enough. Intercept the lookout. Enemies can not only see you but also hear you. If an offender sees you from afar or hears a suspicious noise, he's sure to leave his post and check the area.
Roger.
Now we stun this guy. Another way to take down a criminal is to use pepper spray. Equipment like stun grenades, taser cartridges, shockers, and pepper spray disappear after use. Okay. Effectively stuns the criminal, highly reliable. If the spray gets into eyes, do not attempt to rinse with water.
Roger.
Got him. Suspect's turn. Yeah, that just clocks that down. Turn 4, arrest them.
On the ground.
Get on the ground, motherfucker. And now we hide behind a railroad car. I guess we're going to advance on the house now. Yeah, prepare to breach. My other officer will have to arrest the other guy. You can look inside the room through the window or take position next to the door. Don't blunder into the house blind. Well, of course. Yeah, this guy's arresting him, so... that's fine.
Get on the ground.
Suspect's turn. So whatever's happening inside is happening. Cool. Turn 5. Storm the house. Go to a window. God, they've got bodies wrapped up outside in tarp and been shot. Prepare to engage. Only a policeman with the appropriate perk can pick locks or break down doors. Noise from a broken window or door will attract the enemy's attention. Okay, why do we want that though? We don't know what's happening in the rest of the house yet. Cop's active perk. A battering ram. A policeman loudly breaks down the door or window. We also have other things on here as well that we can't use.
Roger.
I mean, that's your foot, not a battering ram, but still, let's shoot him. Firearms can kill or disarm a suspect and inflict serious wounds. A wounded person will die in a few moves unless he's evacuated. Gunshots immediately raise the alarm, so think twice before opening fire. Well, I've forced to open fire, so... if I shoot the guy in the hand, the criminal won't be able to shoot, but he will certainly try to escape. I mean, I can't move it to anywhere else to see what it says, so bang. And now he can't use his gun, but he can try to leave. And bleed out in the process as well, of course. Jimmy the window. I mean, why not just break it at this point, you know what I mean? We've already smashed down the door. Policeman silently opens a closed door or window.
580.
Prepare to breach. Seriously injured suspects cannot flee. Well, maybe he's not seriously injured then, because he ran away.
Roger.
And you smashed that window. Okay. Fair enough. It's much better. Why do I feel like this is going to go wrong, though? We've cornered him. There's going to be like a bunch of them in there, isn't there? They're going to just open fire as soon as you open the door. Here we go. It's taken control away from me. And I can't see what's going on. Just a bunch of gunshots. I'm guessing there was more than that guy in there. November 21.
But today I wasn't so lucky. I mean, it wasn't just a regular funeral, was it? All Sharpwood showed up. Can you imagine? I had a teacher, Mrs. Dawson. I haven't seen her since the 3rd grade. Figured she'd moved or died. I mean, it's not easy to lose track of someone in this town, right? And today, I'm looking at her in the crowd, all alive and healthy. Imagine, right? And the crowd was huge. It wasn't even a crowd, more like a whole river of people. I mean, you look at all of them and you can't even see the end. All the roads were blocked. Just thinking. It's weird. There's this dead guy who's making it so an alive guy can't get his groceries on time, right? I mean, I just wanted to say, I really respect Sheriff Wells. He died a hero, right? Ask anyone. Everybody says he's a hero. But I'm just saying, I got a job to do. I don't want to lose it. Nobody wants to lose a job because it's not easy to find a new job in Sharpwood, right? So,
The money's right there in front of your nose. Don't bother with the change.
He's back.
Mr. Nash, thank you. I just wanted to say that you don't need to call Mr. Summers. I mean, he'll be yelling at me either way. I deserve it, right? I'm just... Oh, by the way, those cigars you asked about? Caesars, right? Mr. Summers said we normally don't have them in stock, but we can order them. Maybe it'll take a couple of weeks or so, but what's a couple of weeks when it's a quality product, right? I remember one day I was looking...
Forget it. I don't know how long I'll be staying.
Oh, I hope. I mean, I hope that you won't be leaving too soon. You're like our best customer, or at least one of our best customers, am I right? I know there's a lot of stuff going on. Lots of folks are leaving. Even Pale Charlie left, and he's even older than you. He's 90 or something, maybe even 100. I mean, I'm sure you'll find yourself a decent job, right? I mean, have a good day, Mr. Nash.
So he's using a fake name. Did he fake his death?
Hey, Lily. So we're getting rid of this thing tomorrow?
What? We do what?
That drawing thing in the hall. We're taking it down tomorrow? I already called Uncle Dimitri. He'll cart it off for us. Might even get a couple of bucks for it.
Whoa. First, it's not a drawing. It's a tapestry, okay? A beautiful work of art. You didn't notice, did you? Second, it's hanging there for a reason. And third, and most important,
Oh, you mean that drawing in the hall? Great. I'll get a hanger tomorrow so we can put the TV up there. And maybe a VCR, too. What do you think?
Jesse, we are not taking down the tapestry.
TV? That's not a bad idea. Sure, but I was thinking, well, I thought we could put a snack machine here. I'm tired of having to drive 20 minutes over to Bad Ears gas station for smoked cheese in the middle of work. Like I've got nothing better to do, right? As if
You see how much space that giant thing takes up? We can put a TV up, an arcade game, probably even a pinball machine. Speaking of which, my son moved in with his wife and dairy, so we've got an extra VCR. Only thing is, he took all his videotapes with him, so we can't...
Oh, no, tapes are no problem. I've got lots of tapes. Plus, if we tell the guys that everyone's bringing in a couple of movies, then we...
Look, I just need you to...
Hey, what kind of movies you got? All sorts. Bloody Shirt 2, Bloody Shirt 3, Bloody Shirt 4, Hard-Boiled Women, Demons on Fifth Avenue.
And you've got that movie where this pilot is flying around the earth, but he's running out of fuel over the ocean, so he makes a deal with Satan, and Satan sends him to fight an army of skeletons, and the skeleton general, you can't fuck with him.
Yeah, that's The Wind Blows into Hell. One of my favorites. Goes without saying, that's every man's favorite movie. Am I right or am I right? When I saw him at the end, when the girl throws the sword into the fire, my heart jumped out of my chest. Betty almost needed to call the ambulance. I swear to God.
You need to take better care of yourself, old man.
I've also got this movie. It's actually a cartoon, but it's for adults, you know. This guy gets the ability to undress people with his mind. So he goes into work, and he works in a bank, and his boss is a real bitch. But the bitch has some great boobs, and she calls him over to her.
Tomorrow. We'll just discuss it tomorrow.
And she says there's some problem with this quarterly report. Some kind of paper got filed.
Yeah, I don't blame you, Lily.
Like you should.
What the hell, Gail? Sit down and get ready to type. We agreed.
Lily, we'll finish that damn letter of yours tomorrow. And if we're lucky, we'll even...
Gail, take off your stupid hat and get back to your desk. I'm the sheriff and you'll do what I say. I'm the sheriff.
Lily, you do know you don't have to be such a bitch, right?
Any sheriff that has to say that they are the sheriff is no true sheriff.
Bad Ears gas station closes in half an hour, so if we don't finish this stupid letter in the next 10 minutes, I'll be out of smokes until the morning. And if that happens, I'll be coming into work in a bad mood tomorrow. And if I come into work in a bad mood,
Just shut up and type.
Okay. I'm ready. And for God's sake, let's stop taking half an hour on every sentence, okay?
First, read what you've got so far.
Of course, we won't be able to pay you serious money. It's like we won't be able to pay you anything at all. But I hope that you feel the same as me, that the safety of our native town of Sharpwood is a question of duty and honor, and not of material gain.
No, not just the last sentence. Read everything from the beginning.
Lily, come on.
Read it from the top.
Dear Captain Carter, I imagine you've already heard the sad news that has prompted me to write you. I'll be frank. This letter you're holding is a plea for help. The police department of Sharpwood
All right,
was deprived.
that's enough. I can't take it anymore. We'll just pick up where we left off.
Do you think Captain Carter will even read this?
Lily, let's just finish it. And then...
They got him. The guy from the flower shop, remember? He's one of the neckties. We're sure this time.
Where are they taking him? Are they bringing him here?
They already did. He's here.
Did he have the goods on him? Has he said anything? What does he know?
Well, you want to find out, or you're just going to sit there?
There's some beat up kid.
What happened to him?
Well, as far as I understand, he had a hard time getting into the car.
Right. Didn't like getting out of the car either. And he really didn't like the stairs. And when we handcuffed him, wow, that was no fun at all. And then when he sat down on a chair, he accidentally...
Cut the shit, Charlie.
What? The sheriff asked a direct question, and I'm trying...
Get out! All of you!
Lily, I think it'd be best if you just...
What's the problem, Gail? Isn't it best if the sheriff interrogates important suspects? Isn't it great when the commander takes a personal interest in the work? Don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, you hear that? Let's get out of here.
Yeah, get the fuck out. She's clearly very stressed. Wally Melton. I know it was someone in your gang that murdered Sheriff Wells. Just tell me you pulled the trigger and maybe I'll let you go. You're from around here, right? I'm sure you heard Sheriff Wells got killed, so what do you know about it? You and your friends lured Sheriff Wells into an ambush and killed him like a bunch of cowards. Yeah, that right. You and your necktie gang, can you even imagine how hard we're coming down on you? Sure, I'll go for that one. Be more assertive. What are you talking about? You're going to bring down the full force of the village police? Oh no, anything but that. Get your facts straight, bitch. Well then. You certainly deserve the beating you've got so far. Okay, let's talk about something else. The drugs. Where do you keep them? As I understand it, you've never kept drugs at your base. Why is that? Well, because obviously you're not going to leave drugs at your base to incriminate yourself, are you? I'm not leaving here until you tell me where the hideout is. Let's go with tell me about the drugs. In your panties. You know why? Because no one ever checks in there for anything. You fucking twat.
could at least hide the suitcase.
What? Oh, this? It's just...
Charlie, shut your trap and get ready to question the suspect.
Beat his ass as well while you're at it. Give him a couple knuckle sandwiches.
Lily, I just want
You
to...
do understand, Gail, that this will soon be over.
All of this. You understand that, right?
I know, Lily. I know.
I need to finish writing that letter to Captain Carter.
Hello? Someone's knocking on Jack's door now.
Hello, my name is Bogdan. Are you satisfied with your water supply system? I bet you're not. I am here to solve your problem.
Excuse me, what?
It's not so nice to run to the toilet outside in the cold, is it? Especially at our age. You go once, you go twice, and by then you've already frozen your butt off. And it's lucky it's the only thing you've frozen off. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. And you know what I'm talking about too, don't you?
Look, listen, this isn't my house. I'm just renting it.
All the better. So the homeowner will pay for everything, while you will enjoy the new toilet in warmth and comfort.
Are you selling toilets? You sell toilets at night?
Don't be silly. We'll replace your whole water system. A new toilet in the house is, well, it's the cherry on the cake.
Shoot him.
You're right. I'm here a little after hours. Well, you see, our farm is just taking its first steps in this business, so I can only visit my customers after I'm done with my day job. But a toilet inside your house is doubly good at night, right? Do understand your needs, sir. I myself had to run to the toilet outside for 20 years, every night. But when I finally got a toilet inside my house,
Please, go.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Just go. I want you to leave.
I know what you're thinking. You think that in such a small house there's simply no room for a toilet. But I assure you, if you just allow me to come in for a moment...
Leave right now. I'm asking you to leave.
I just want to save both of us some time, that's all. I know that you'll change your mind. The next time you need to go in the middle of the night, you'll remember me and think, damn, that guy was right. A toilet in the house is what every adult man needs. So, why don't
I've asked you to leave. You need to leave. Now. Leave.
All right. But I bet you won't last a week before you change your mind. I'm telling you right now, you won't last a week.
You should just shoot him in the fucking head. He's a piece of shit, I bet you. He's up to something. It's okay, Jack. That's it, put some music on. A bit of Mozart has never hurt anyone. Not too sure what music you've actually got, but... Writing a letter while you're smashed is probably not a good idea. Dear Dylan, Oliver and Edgar, I'd give anything to be sitting with you on the porch of our old house, smoking a cigar, talking and passing the day. I know you have a lot of questions for me, a lot of unpleasant questions. It's not hard to hear them in my head, but it won't be so easy to find the right answers. Okay. Is it true what they're saying about you? What are they saying about me? My only crime was wanting to take care of myself and my family. I'm just sorry it took me so long. My crime was that I trusted the wrong people. I was used and then thrown in the trash. I mean, that's true. I trusted Robespierre or Chaff, and then he dumped me on the doorstep once Rogers was dead. So yeah, let's go with that. Why did you flee from Freeburg? It's not that I ran away, I just needed time to regroup so that I could go back and clear my name. Sometimes retreat is the only way to victory. I ran because I didn't want to be killed in prison. I know so much about every influential scoundrel in the city and that they would never let me live to see my day in court. I'll go with this one, I guess. Sometimes you have to flee. Why did Mum really leave? Because she's a bitch. She found some other fuckwit. Because she decided she wanted to fuck some 30-year-old insurance agent, and I hope he gave her exactly what she wanted. I mean, that is true. Sally, your grandmother, once told me that I'm too old and I don't have any energy, and that's why Laura left. I didn't really understand what she meant at the time, but now it seems she hit the nail on the head. That's more of a restrained response, so I'll go with that. Did you have an affair on the side too? I mean, he was talking on the phone with someone after she left. I wouldn't say that. For one thing, your mother had already left, and it's strange to call a relationship between two people an affair if they've only ever talked on the phone and never met. It was your mother who had the affair. Everything that happened to me later was just an amusement, a naive love fantasy that never became a reality. In any case, it's over. My amusement wants to put me in jail. I mean, yes, the prosecutor woman wants to have him arrested, but I will say the first one. Because I never met her. Why did you get in bed with the mafia? I mean, I had no choice, because they murdered the guy who they owned and then forced me to do stuff for them. I didn't go to them, they left me no choice. When they threatened to hang your children's heads from a chandelier, you do exactly what they ask of you, no hesitation, no questions. That is true. I got in with them because the mafia can't be defeated, only controlled. And looking at how well I controlled crime in Freeburg, I'd say I managed things pretty well. I mean, to be fair, I did defeat both mafias. I used one to kill the other and then arrested the leader of the second one, so you know. But yes, this. Did you kill people? I mean, not directly. I never killed anyone. I have many vices, but I'm no killer. I didn't kill anyone with my own two hands, but I gave orders that led to some deaths. Sometimes these were bad people, sometimes not so much. It's up to you whether you think that makes me a killer. Yeah, let's just say I'm not a killer. How is your health? I feel good despite parting with your mother, fleeing from the feds and surviving 2 comas. One thing I know for sure, I won't survive a third. I'm not complaining, but I'm lonely. I'm afraid I'm not going to make any new friends here. Either way, new friends at my age don't lead anywhere except another funeral. Well, that's a bit dark. I'll go with this one, I guess. I also like how the tablets he's pouring onto his hand are like little skulls. Why didn't you just retire? I catch criminals, that's all I know. It's all I'm good at. I didn't retire because I loved my job, and I wasn't too old to keep doing it. Or because I had nothing else to do. All I had left was an empty house and a dirty barn. What was I going to do? Farming? All my tools rusted a long time ago. After a week of retirement like that, I would have put a bullet in my forehead. Yeah, I'll go with this one. It might be a bit dark for them, but they're old enough by now. What are you afraid of? I'm afraid I'll be caught, locked in a cage, and put on display like a circus freak, and the only power I'll have left is to bash my skull on the bars of my cell. Or I'm afraid that I won't have a chance to clear my name or even explain myself before the law, before Freeburg, and most importantly, before you. You deserve an explanation the most. That's why I'm writing this letter. Let's go with this. How many of these questions are there? What are you planning on doing next? I've changed a lot, though my predictability is still not among my vices. I know I have to do something, the only question is how far I'll have to go. I can't tell you, it's not that I don't trust you, it's just that even I don't know what I have to decide in 10 seconds from now. Okay. We'll go with this one. Pop that letter in there. Oh, we're putting some money in there as well. Cool. And then, of course, having another drink. As you do. And we're back with Lily.
Ha! We could hardly shut the guy up. He wasn't so tough. I didn't even get to the Phase 3. Phase 3 is where
We don't have a lot of time. They're moving their headquarters, but we should be able to nab most of them if we hurry. It's north of here, the old summer camp. But they never keep the goods at their headquarters. They always use a different place, usually an isolated house on the outskirts. Most of the time these places have random tenants who don't even suspect that there's anything hidden under their floorboards. That way, the drugs can never be linked back to the neckties or the neckties to the drugs. You remember that little tavern called Frassetti? We went drinking there after graduation and broke that big mirror. Mr. Blaine's converted it into a house, and now he rents it out for almost nothing. 2 weeks ago, an old man moved in, and under his floorboards, there's 27 kilograms of heroin.
I'm starting to think that guy is leading us around by the nose. I bet there's 4 or 5 armed guards at the house. But you said it's a small place, right? Well, I bet there's 2 at least. I don't believe they just left the stuff under some old man's floorboards. Even if there is an old man living there, I bet he's in on it. Hey, maybe old man is just a nickname. What do you think? I bet he's a right cutthroat, hunkered down there, ready to ambush us. Maybe he already...
Well, you and Corey, go check it out. Take 2 cars in case it's not just an old man living in the house. Whoever you find there, bring them in. And don't forget about the heroin. Rest of you will come with me to storm their headquarters. Sound good to you, Lily?
I think she'd prefer to kill you right now, to be honest. Okay, this is more like what I'm used to seeing. All events that require your attention are displayed on the Sharpwood map, and by a card in the call list. Each call has a minimum professionalism requirement to ensure that your cops can go on call. Their overall professionalism must meet the minimum requirement by that call. Okay. So there has to be at least 600 for this. The neckties are hiding a large batch of heroin in the house on the outskirts. Currently, the house is being rented by some old man. He's probably working with the ties and watching the goods. I bet that's going to be Jack though, right? Head into Jack's place. Maybe the toilet man was just warning him. I hope they don't do anything bad to him though. Because this other guy's got some weird fantasies. I think this song was in the first game. Yep, it is Jack's place. It's not good to go to the door with a gun with these guys though. That's how you get shot.
Upward Sheriff's Department! No. Look at this! No, well, just look, Corey! They couldn't find anyone better to watch the goods? Or they just didn't bother? Or are we missing something? What do you think, Corey? Think we're missing something?
You're missing a fucking brain.
Is there some kind of special meaning to the fact that we've got drunk, dirty grandpa here, sitting in the shack watching the goods? Maybe we need to crack the code here, huh?
Well, any ideas where they hid the powder?
How about you look around while I... while I interrogate the suspect, eh? You.
Well, this is an abuse of power.
What's your name, old man?
Boyd.
What did you say, old man? You need to answer nice and clear when a police officer speaks to you.
My name is... Nash. Warren Nash.
I'll tell you something, Warren Nash. 15 years on the force. I've seen all sorts of dirty shits. This town isn't exactly upscale, in case you haven't noticed. I've caught thieves, caught rapists, murderers, and drug traffickers.
Me too.
All part of the job, you know? I'm doing my job. Nice and easy, like a professional.
I did all of that too.
But here you are. This filth, you don't make it easy to be easy. Filth like you drives me up the wall. With scum like you, I just can't keep up the cold-blooded professional attitude. I just can't. You know why, Warren? Because... Oh, I'm sorry, Warren. I'll be just a second, all right?
That's quite the abuse of power.
Shit, Charlie! What the hell? Do you want...
Corey, just look for the fucking drugs while I'm busy with the fucking suspect, okay?
This dude is crazy.
So, Warren, filthy things like you drive me nuts. 'Cause you think that we'll never catch up with you. You think the police can't do anything. You think we just rescue cats from trees and help old ladies carry their bags up to the porch. You think, you believe, you really believe that we'll never get to you. So you don't even have to try. You taking good care of the goods here, Warren? You ready for us here, Warren? Just waiting in ambush, Warren? You did fucking nothing, Warren! Fucking nothing! Because you thought we'd never come. But here I am, Warren. Here I am! What are you gonna do now, Warren? What's the big plan, Warren?
Hey, I think I found something.
You hear that, Warren? He found something. Next time, hide it better.
Fucking Jesus, man. That guy needs a bullet in the head.
Well, this looks like 27 keys of heroin to you?
I would say there's somewhere between 26 and 28 keys.
So 27.
Well, that sounds like 27, right?
Yep, looks like 27. So what are we thinking here? You load it up in the car and I'll pack up the old man. And any of this other junk we might need.
Try not to trip over and break your neck on the way.
I'd like, I really need to talk to the sheriff as soon as possible.
I'm Sheriff Reed. You can talk all you like, but if I were you, I'd wait for my lawyer, Mr. Nash.
I don't, you said you're the sheriff?
That's what I said.
No, I'm just, are you Sharpwood, Sheriff?
I'm the sheriff.
Do you have the authority to...
Look, I'm wearing a shiny star on my chest. I'm sitting here in the middle of the night, and even though I'm exhausted, I'm poring over murder files that no one else wants to bother with. So yeah, I'm the sheriff. I may not be used to all this, and I'm not sure I ever will be, but I don't have another sheriff for you, Mr. Nash. You might as well accept it.
Listen, Sheriff. Sheriff Reed, right? Great, Sheriff Reed. I need to talk to the sheriff, and you're the sheriff, so it's even better. I mean, older sheriffs sometimes... Well, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not talking about that. I just want to say that there's been a mistake. And I want to help you out here because Because...
There was a huge batch of cocaine hiding in your house. You want me to believe you didn't know anything about it?
I rent that house. Only lived there a couple of weeks, and you...
I thought it was heroin.
You know all that, right? It's easy to check, huh? Yeah, it's... but that's not important. It's not that I'm trying... Listen, Sheriff Reed,
God, spit it out, man.
You have to listen to me very carefully. I'm a policeman, just like you know?
Oh.
Used to be.
So you must be undercover. Is that it, Mr. Nash?
No, that's... It's much more complicated than that. My name isn't Warren Nash.
Yeah, I already knew that. Your fake documents are so bad they practically fell apart in my hands.
If you let me explain, Would you like to see my real document, Sheriff? Look, that humidor, you see it?
What?
That little box, the little wooden box on the table, see? Looks like a jewelry box.
It's locked. We'll crack it open in the morning.
Wouldn't you rather open it now? Please, Sheriff Reed, let's open it now, and I'll try to explain everything. I'm in a very difficult situation, and I'm asking you to listen to me. Just open the box, and you'll find my passport in there, my real passport. My name's Jack Boyd. The documents that say I'm Warren Nash, I bought them for $90 at the rail station. Please, just open the box, and I'll explain everything, please.
But how did you keep the key? Because surely they would have taken it.
Cop, huh?
Yes. I was a cop. I was the chief of police, just like you. Look, it's a very long and complicated story, but I assure you this is all just a huge misunderstanding. And the fact that I've gone into hiding here, the fact that I'm here at all, it's an injustice that I want to correct. And I'm asking you to help me.
Do it, Lily. Help him. He's a good guy, really. But it's not going to happen, is it? Oh, no, she's actually opened it. Okay, there's the picture of the family and some documents.
Sheriff Reed, let's talk. I'm begging you.
I also noticed that they put some faces on the characters now. Because obviously there was faceless in the first game. It was just up to your imagination on what they look like. Jack actually has eyes now.
Sheriff Reed, let me...
Do you even know what you've been accused of, Mr. Boyd?
Let's just say I don't know if you know what happened in Freeburg last winter, but it had nothing to do with the law or justice. I was used.
You do understand that I have to report you to the feds, right, Mr. Boyd?
Sheriff Reed, if you do this, you just continue this. I believe that cops should help each other, so I just want to say, you seem like the kind of person
We've known each other for 5 minutes, Mr. Boyd. I doubt very much that I've made any impression on you at all. Whatever you've got yourself mixed up in, I hope that you find justice, if that's really what you want. But for now, all I know is this. You're a criminal, and they're looking for you.
True.
Your folder, that's a case file. Can I see it?
Excuse me?
I worked as a detective for years. Even when I was chief, I did half of my detective's work.
Yep.
If you're having trouble with the case, I'm sure I can help. Cops should help each other.
Very true.
My exact words, right?
Yes.
You think that I'm...
Listen, Sheriff Reed, what do you have to lose? You're the head of this police department. You've got to think rationally. I'm not trying to teach you how to do your work. I'm just for a minute, forget about all that, this whole awkward situation, okay? Right? You have an unsolved murder, and there's someone standing right in front of you who's offering to help. maybe I'm an imposter and I can't actually do anything. Maybe I'll even turn out to be a lunatic, scatter the file around the cell and dance around like a wild monkey. But maybe, just maybe, I really am an experienced cop who can help you find your killer. Don't you want that? Don't you want to give me a chance since you've got nothing to lose? Don't you want a real criminal in prison, not some sorry victim of circumstance like me? That's police work. Catching the real criminals, right?
And you can have all the credit. I'll let you take all of the credit for the work, so you can get some respect around the office.
I guess I'm going crazy.
Hell yeah. To solve the crime, you'll need to reconstruct the picture of what happened by placing the frames for the crime's key events in the right order. Yeah, so same as before. To figure out what happened, you should carefully examine the evidence and witness testimony. Yeah. You have all the necessary frames, but 2 people are suspected of the murder. You need to analyse whatever information is available and figure out which of them is the true culprit. Okay. I mean, the man in the wrestling mask is a bit weird, considering there's a red mask in most of the frames and then a blue one in a different frame. But let's see what the testimonies are. I was at the neighbour's house to borrow some salt, and I heard on their TV that there's some crazy maniac that started killing in Ripton. The journalist nicknamed him the Wrestler, because he wears a wrestling mask. I don't usually pay attention to the news, but this time I remember as I was leaving I noticed a Latino man in the street with a big sports bag and he was just taking off a mask. I got home and there's blood everywhere and Bob is nowhere to be found. You think that maniac came all the way out here from Ripton? Probably not. That evening Ruth came over to borrow some salt. It's funny, she works at the grocery store and she's always missing something. She sat at my place for a while and then said that she was going back to make dinner for Bob. I don't know how she puts up with him, a typical man. He always walked around in a stupid t-shirt, spent the whole day staring at the TV and yelling at Ruth to bring him another Frosty. I went to visit often enough, and it was always the same thing. Recently Ruth decided to try being a vegetarian. She had read it in a magazine that you'll live an extra 10 years, plus you'll get to lose a few pounds. So she started cooking without meat, beginning with vegetable soup. Thought she'd surprise Bob, but when he came home from work, he was yelling, "What the fuck is this without the meat?" I lived next door, I could hear everything. They almost got in a fight. Well, she never mentioned that argument. The bathroom is covered in blood. It looks like this is where the victim's corpse was butchered. In the bathroom, okay? The victim's body parts were neatly laid out on the counter, as if it were a display set for all to see. There's a crumpled garbage bag with some blood inside of it. The victim's throat was cut in a single confident motion. Death came almost instantly. There's no signs of a struggle on the body. The corpse was dismembered after death. No signs of struggle. That usually means that the person knows their killer. I think it might be the wife. More so than a random person in a wrestling mask. She came over for some salt, went back to make the dinner, gave it to him, and then she maybe killed him afterwards. She didn't mention having an argument with him, but the neighbour mentioned hearing one over the soup, so the wrestling person coming over from Ripton seems a bit dodgy, so I think it might be the wife. Since she works at the grocery store, taking a bag there is not going to be very suspicious. So I guess she made the dinner, and then cut his throat. Or gave him some beer, actually. And then killed him. And then dismembered him? No? I think her going to the grocery store is probably in there somewhere. Maybe she didn't get him the beer. Maybe she just killed him. Argued with him, killed him, dismembered him, and went to the store. There we go. Bob Finnegan's wife, she killed her husband to escape an unhappy marriage. The last straw was his criticism of her soup. Ruth decided to kill her husband and make it look as though the maniac known as the Wrestler did it. Let's indict her. Press charges, yes.
Look.
Did it. It wasn't a very difficult one, Lily, so you really need to get better at your job.
Lily here. Come in.
Can you grab the box of flashbang grenades and get over here? There's no time to lose. Lily!
Copy. I'm on my way.
Why do they need flashbangs? What are they off to go do?
So?
I'm not seeing anything.
Lily, it's time.
Yes, just let me look at the plan.
Lily, we've got everything covered.
Gail, I need to take a look at the plan. Gail, the plan?
Lily, do you want to look at the plan or do you want to change the plan?
I need to see the plan before I decide whether I need to change it.
Facts.
Gail?
Just give her the fucking plan, dude. My god, man. Usually it takes several days to plan an assault, but this time Gail has to sketch out the plan in a hurry. Okay. Maybe you'll want to change something. We need to interrogate the necktie, get all the information available, and then outfit and assign your strike team. At every position there has to be a cop with the appropriate skills or equipment necessary for the assault. Okay. So Gail wants to put a quick cop outside around the side of the car wash so that he can cut off any escaping neckties, and Gail knows that no assault is complete without a well-trained gunman at the main entrance, and Gail will lead the assault. He wants to capture as many neckties as he can, alive if possible. Okay. And then at the other position, we have the side entrance that Gail is confident that a clever cop could outwit the side door of the workshop and sneak inside. Gail has assigned an agile cop with a stun grenade to storm the workshop at the main entrance, and Gail believes that a stealthy cop can sneak into the workshop unnoticed and take the neckties by surprise at the rear window. I mean, that all sounds fine to me. So I guess we'll just proceed. I don't think I need to change anything. Let's just go for it.
You should have taken him to Canaan right away. Yes, let's get him over here. Someone needs to go get Canaan. Does anyone know Canaan lives? Jesse, grab that blue bag over there. Bring it over here.
What happened?
Bring me that bag. I'll call Canaan. The bag, Jesse.
Jesus, Jesse, we don't have time for that. Bring me that bag.
No, come on.
Lily, put pressure here. Press there and don't let him make it. You think he'll make it?
Who was it that got shot? I didn't get to see their face.
We need to put something under his head.
He's dead, Lily. Lily, he's dead. Gail's dead.
Oh, Gail. Shit.
Now you can call Canaan.
I'm assuming there was nothing I could have done to actually change that outcome. I'm assuming it's just a story beat that's supposed to happen, regardless of if you change the plan or not. Which is fine, I guess. Although I did like Gail. It just means that the only person that was on Lily's side is out of the picture now. Apart from Jack, I guess.
What was his name? I mean the deceased officer. What's his name?
Gail Greenberg.
Were you close?
No, but
But he stuck up for her.
no.
He's the only one that did.
We went to school together.
Sheriff Reed,
Sheriff Reed. Ha! Sheriff Reed. If my dad could hear you say that, he'd died of laughter. He'd laugh like a madman, choke on his favorite meatballs even. Sheriff Reed. Call me Lily. My aunt lived in Freeburg. She
She sold flowers. Had her own store, a little shop. My mother and I used to visit during the summer. You have warm summers there. Warmer than here.
Anywhere's warmer than here.
So, what happened in Freeburg? Mr. Boyd?
That's a very... I'm sorry. Forgive me, Lily. I begged you for a chance to tell you everything, and now I don't know where to start.
Yeah, it's a long story.
You were slandered?
You could say that.
So you aren't guilty of anything?
I'm plenty guilty, but not what I've been accused of.
Yeah.
I was just a fool. A blind fool.
You're right, Mr. Boyd.
I'm sorry?
The sheriff's job is to think rationally. I figured I might be a shit cop, but at least I can think rationally. Now I'm not so sure.
Lily, listen to me. You aren't guilty of anything. I've been a police chief going on 13 years, and I can't say that I never... let's just say it's a difficult job. It gets complicated. And to put you in this position, it was, I just want to say
Don't
that...
be shy, Mr. Boyd. I don't make much of a sheriff. Is that what you wanted to say? Because I completely agree with you.
Lily, listen to me. I'm a policeman. Whatever position I'm in now, whatever this is, whatever my official status, I'm still a policeman. I'm a policeman and I know how to do this job. And I will help you. Cops should help each other. Isn't that what we were talking about earlier? Don't you agree with me?
Yeah. What is she doing? Oh, shit. Okay, she's unlocking the cell.
What was it you said, Mr. Boyd? Maybe you're an imposter, maybe you're crazy, but maybe you... honestly, I don't even know if I...
Lily, why are you pointing that gun at me?
Yeah, put it back in the holster. I'm not a threat, I promise.
Can I get out of this cage?
Well, I would assume so, since she unlocked it.
Lily?
Yes, Mr. Boyd. Yes, you can get out of the cage.
You want me to... Well, I guess I'm asking. You want me to get to work? What is it you want me to do exactly?
You can get some sleep in the break room. It's over there to the left, the dark green door. I'll still be here in the morning, and in the morning we... Well, we'll figure this out.
In the morning we switch over. You have the rest in the break room and then I'll do all the work.
Tomorrow you can gather up your things, Mr. Boyd.
Yes, I just, this letter, I'd like to send it as soon as possible. This, it's for my children. It's important.
I can mail it for you. I don't mind. I've got a letter to mail myself.
Okay.
Lily, I wanted
What?
to...
You want to know if I'm going to call the feds? No, I won't call the feds. Do I realize that means I'm breaking the law? Yeah, I know. Do I understand that you could make a run for it at any time? Yeah, I know that too.
Okay. Glad we're on the same page. It's okay. I'll get you through it.
I'll see you in the morning.
Do not worry. November 22. Well, this has gone on quite long enough, so I'm going to leave this episode here. It's an interesting start so far. It's certainly different from the original. It's good that they've added the XCOM style stuff to switch up the gameplay a bit. It's nice to actually have your boots on the ground and actually explore that a bit. Split up the pacing a little bit, you know. But I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. But for now, I'm going to leave this episode here. Leave a like if you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and goodbye.
I got a zombie army, and you can't harm me. Yeah, hoodoo, bitch. Drink blood like a vampire without warning. Hoodoo, bitch. Let's